More on this much-anticipated meeting. We're joined by Yascha Mounk. He's a fellow at the research institution Transatlantic Academy. Yascha, welcome to the program.
Thanks so much, Asieh.
So watching this news conference, one headline obviously was a question and the answer that Trump gave about wiretapping. But for an international audience, what are they looking for? What is the headline, in your opinion, that came out of this news conference?
Well, I think the very big question in Europe and around much of the world is what exactly Donald Trump's view on NATO is. And we have had a mixed message there from the beginning. Today, Donald Trump said, NATO is really important to me, and it's also really important to me that other people stop cheating us on NATO. And so it's a little bit difficult to know which side of this to hear. The optimists are going to say, look, he stood there with Angela Merkel, he said NATO is really important to us, and that's reassuring. And the pessimists are going to say, yeah, but he also said that America's NATO partners are basically cheating them. And
he also called NATO obsolete.
Not today.
Not today, but in the past he has.
So this is the big question. Right. I mean, I think basically it's pretty clear now what we need to do. We need to, on the one side, look out for his actions rather than his words, because we know that his words come easily and often are a little confusing. But also, the European partners need to do something. They need to actually increase military spending. They need to make sure that they don't give Donald Trump an excuse for pulling out of NATO, for shirking those common responsibilities.
Well, let me ask you a little bit more about his words. During the campaign, Trump really bashed Merkel and his policies, especially when it comes to open-door immigration, called it catastrophic, a disaster. Do these words matter?
Well, Angela Merkel was asked about his style today, said, you know, people are different. You know, she was trying to walk around it. Look, politics is a harsh game. Donald Trump certainly said unfair things about Angela Merkel, pretty extreme things about Angela Merkel, but she's a professional and she has to stand there and grin and bear it in the way that Barack Obama had to grin and bear it and welcome Donald Trump into the White House. She did. We're going to get over that. It's very clear that the two of them are not the best of friends. It's very clear that the United States under Donald Trump and Germany under Angela Merkel have pretty different visions of world politics. The hope now has to be that we find a way of working together anyway, and today was a very, very small, cautious step in that direction.
So with very different visions, what does each leader hope to get out of these meetings?
I don't know what Donald Trump... I don't think Donald Trump wants to get anything out of a meeting. I think he knows he has to take the meeting. He's told he has to take the meeting. He stands there. He doesn't even listen to what Angela Merkel is saying, you know, via the translation. I mean, Angela Merkel wants some reassurance that the United States are committed to NATO. I think she wants to find ways of pushing Donald Trump to understand how important Europe can be to the United States as a partner, stabilize the international situations, get the expectations clarified so that people don't have to keep guessing about what the actions of the United States are going to be. So I think Donald Trump tried to achieve nothing and achieved nothing. Angela Merkel tried to achieve a lot and achieved a tiny little bit.
And Yascha, finally, Russia is going to be front and center in these talks as well. And Angela Merkel brings a lot of experience to the table. Yeah. But will Donald Trump listen to what she has to say? I'm putting you on the spot by even asking you this question.
Look, I mean, I don't think we know what Donald Trump is trying to do on Russia. We still don't know the extent of the involvement of his administration, his campaign with Russia. We still don't know the degree to which there are financial ties between Russia and the Donald Trump organization. So I am left guessing, as everybody is, about what his intentions on Russia are.
A lot of questions still. Yascha Mounk, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.